In the next 10 to 15 minutes, you'll get to learn about a unique gear that you might not have heard about before, the Wildhaber-Novikov gear. This video aims to tell you about the history, profile, geometry, assembly, basic kinematics, benefits of use, advantages and disadvantages, applications, and future prospects of this gear. So, let's begin. One of the earliest concepts of complex aerial machines came about 420 years before their invention. The aerial screw designed by Leonardo da Vinci was the earliest idea of what would later be invented as a helicopter. To design such a complex machine, a sophisticated gearing system was required to operate numerous moving machine parts. Nowadays, these gears serve as the primary moving parts in a dynamic machine and can be found in almost all kinds of industrial applications. Over the years, conventional gears have evolved and developed due to their transforming industrial demands. Dr. Ernst Wildhaber and Mikhail Novikov contributed invaluable effort and research that led to the innovation of a gear system with a unique tooth profile. This evolution from spur gear to the helical gear to the Wildhaber-Novikov gear, which was named after both of them, has several advantages over conventional gears. The Wildhaber-Novikov gear showcases a convex to concave tooth profile. This kind of joint is also common in our body, and it provides smooth movement and strength during operation. The Wildhaber-Novikov gear is among the few types of conformal gears. Conformal gears have a convex to concave profile, have greater power density, and have geometrically accurate meshing. The Wildhaber-Novikov gear system is one of the gear systems that provides the smoothest transmission. However, for smooth transmission, the tooth lengths must have a common perpendicular, the curvatures of the tooth profiles must correspond to each other, and no tooth length interference must occur within the working portions of the surface. Primary inputs by designing the Wildhaber-Novikov gear and pinion are the module and number of teeth of both gear and pinion, including the helix angle and pressure angle. With the help of this, the pitch circle of pinion and gear are formed. And their center distance is fixed. Then, the pitch point is formed at the intersection of both circles. First, the pinion geometry is formed. And the tip and root circles of the pinion are formed. Next, the Novikov circle is drawn from the pitch point and two points are formed where the Novikov circle intersects the pinion tip circle and the pinion pitch circle. An arc is made along the Novikov circle between these 2 points. This arc is then mirrored about the horizontal line. Another arc is then extended tangent to the previous arc along the tip circle. Same as before, this arc is also mirrored. Then a fillet is drawn from the root of the arc to the root circle of the pinion. Which is again mirrored. The reference circles and arcs are removed. And the tooth profile is copied and rotated around the pinion. Next, it is time for the gear to be designed. The tip and the root circles of the gear are formed from the center of gear. Then, a pressure ankle is formed from the vertical line at the pitch point. And a Novikov circle is formed from this point. A point is located where the pressure angle line intersects the Novikov circle. Another point is located where the gear profile circle intersects the gear pitch circle. This forms an arc. Which is then mirrored on the other side. Finally, a circular arc is formed to join the two mirrored arcs beyond the root circle of the gear by considering the slack distance. Next, a fillet is made at the other end of the profile till the tip circle. And the fillet arc is also mirrored. This tooth profile is also copied and rotated along the gear. To form the Wildhaber-Novikov gear circular arc geometry. The base plate serves as a reference and a stable foundation for the entire assembly. The ball bearings are used to secure the gear and pinion mounting shafts in place. Meanwhile, the shaft is machined with keys to match with the keyways of the Wildhaber-Novikov gear and pinion. The input torque in the gearing assembly is provided by the crank handle. Omega g represents the angular velocity of the gear, which is shown here, whereas the omega p represents the angular velocity of the pinion, which is shown in the opposite direction. If the rotational direction will be reversed, the arrows will also be reversed. Gear ratio can be found from this equation. The Wildhaber-Novikov gear is well known for its supreme power density, which means that it transmits greater torque without increased resultant stresses. As shown in the assembly, the input torque is provided from the crank handle. The opposing directions of the arrows of T1 and T2 show the opposite torque directions according to the right hand thumb rule. This is the basic torque equation which follows the power balance principle, and a torque transmission example is also shown. This shows that the transmitted torque is 7 times that of the input torque in case of Wildhaber-Novikov gear, which means that 7 times more twisting load is received as output compared to the input. This table compares the contact area between involutes per gear, involute helical gear, and the Wildhaber-Novikov circular arc gear. The convex and concave profile allows larger contact area in meshing, the size of which also varies with changes in helix angle. The resultant stress comparison between the convex to convex teeth meshing and the convex to concave tooth meshing is evident from the figure. There is more stress accumulation in helical gears than in Wildhaber-Novikov gears, allowing for higher load carrying capacity. The circular arc tooth profile holds numerous benefits over the involute tooth profile arc. With the obvious advantages it provides, the use of Wildhaber-Novikov gear also poses some concerns. Now the greatest application of the Wildhaber-Novikov gear is in the Westland Lynx helicopters. The Lynx helicopter is a fully aerobic helicopter that holds the current official airspeed record for helicopters. It uses the Wildhaber-Novikov gearing assembly in its transmission system. In this application, the gear is much larger than the pinion and therefore houses more concave teeth. Due to its great power density and large contact area during meshing, the Wildhaber-Neukomm gear can be used in most applications. But it is limited by the unpredictable operational changes when the center distance between gear and pinion changes. That is why it is best suited for applications that operate with high precision. One such application is Formula One, which is a high performance and close tolerance sport. The Wildhaber-Neukomm gear can be used in the transmission systems of these vehicles. Similarly, the power density allows for the same amount of power to be transmitted by saving weight, which is ideal for aerospace and numerous other applications that will come to pass in the near future.